You go.
Hello, I'm Karen Strassman,
And I'm Susannah Kenton.
and welcome to
Authentic
Authentic Accent.
accents.
I think because we
Work in
have a delay,
progress.
but it's very authentic. So we're going to get it. It's going to be perfect one day.
Yeah, and so
So,
yeah, what are we going to do today?
so today we're going to talk about the Mid-Atlantic accent, the elusive Mid-Atlantic accent, and going from an American accent to a Mid-Atlantic accent.
Yeah,
So, which is my case,
that is your
going from.
case. So you get to do it. You get to be the guinea pig. So
And just to give context, for myself, it's something that I have a lot of international clients as a voiceover artist, and sometimes I have clients in Hong Kong, I have clients, in various places in the United States, I have clients in Belgium, and so very often what they ask for is, not an accent that's too American or an accent that's too British, but one that is that elusive mid-Atlantic accent, neutral. Um, and I also use it a lot for video games, for fantasy video games, the Blizzard games that people know that I do, and the Lord of the Ring games, to give sort of a timeless feel to the world. So, it has this elusive mid-Atlantic accent, has a lot of different uses and applications to it. And today we're going to explore what it's like to go from an American to a mid-Atlantic.
perfect.
Do you have anything you want to say before I dive in, Susannah? We're going to
No,
be
just that
using.
I'm going to be a really harsh critic and coach of you. So just relax. And let's have you read the goose copy.
This is Comma Gets a Cure from dialectsarchive.com, and you can print it up from there if you're interested in it. It has all of the sounds of the American language in it. All right, so dropping into Mid-Atlantic. Before long, that itchy goose began to strut around the office like a lunatic, which made an unsanitary mess. The goose's owner, Mary Harrison, kept calling, comma, comma, which Sarah thought was an odd choice for a name. Comma was strong and huge, so it would take some force to trap her. But Sarah had a different idea. First, she tried gently stroking the goose's lower back with her palm, then singing a tune to her. Finally, she administered ether.
Nice, nice. So a couple
Did
of
that
things.
sound coming from American to British? Did
Yeah.
it
So
sound more
you know what
American or
I
more
find?
British?
Um, yeah, I thought it was a good blend. I think there are a few places sometimes where American actors get tripped up, and no doubt people with a British base like me get tripped up too. But say the goose's owner's name again for me.
The goose's owner, Mary Harrison.
That was better. So before I heard Mary, and sometimes
Mary Harrison, which is
people that are
very
trying
British.
to be,
Yeah.
but actually in British we would say Mary. We don't say Mary. And
Interesting.
yeah, and so sometimes there's an assumption that, oh, well, to be British, I have to, oh, but actually Mary Harrison.
How do
Um,
you say this with British? Just
and
because
I
of
and I
how
noticed
do
that you did do softly, and we know we're doing Mid-Atlantic and not British, softly American R's on the word her.
you,
It would take some force to trap her, then singing a tune to her. And let me just hear how, if you try those phrases, but going a little bit more towards the British, how it sounds.
um, it would take some force to trap her.
Some force.
Singing a tune to her.
One more time.
Singing a tune to her.
Singing a tune to her. Singing a tune.
Her.
Yeah. One more time.
Singing a tune to her.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. It's interesting to explore where within us as we're doing a blended accent, it kind of feels like artificial and how we
Yes,
can
yeah,
soften and smooth that out so that it actually feels authentic, even though it's not our natural accent to speak that way.
and for me, that authenticity is, and this is important, it's that authenticity is going to depend on the genre. So, for example, if I was doing more of a Lord of the Rings fantasy video game type thing, I would probably lean a little bit more towards the British. Because for me, as an high elf, it would feel, if I was an authentic high elf,
Yeah,
it, you know,
more regal.
it would feel more regal, so it would take some force to trap her. But Sarah had a different idea. First, she tried gently stroking the goose's lower back with a palm, then singing a tune to her. It would feel more
Yes,
regal in the
yes.
high elf character. But for example, if I was doing a voice over for Belgium, or for Hong Kong, I would probably go a little bit more to my comfort zone. You know, Kama was strong and huge, so it would take some force to trap her. But Sarah had a different idea. First, she tried gently stroking the goose's back with her lower palm, then singing a tune to her. So I
Yeah,
would go
I
lean
like that.
towards what's more in what Tim is more authentic to Karen,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
opposed to Karen as the high regal elf.
Yeah, and bear in mind also we're reading a piece of copy that's not corporate and that's not particularly dramatic, high elf speak. So it's a very basic kind of piece of prose. But yeah, good job.
How do you, how do you, in terms of you leaning a little bit more towards American, would you lean a little more towards American from your British?
Yeah, often if it's an American client who asks for something mid-Atlantic, because that's their base, the American, I would lean more that way. But if it's one of my European clients who asks for something, a neutral English or whatever, um, global accent, then I would probably lean more towards the British. Funny.
Mm. And as an American, I'm really, American is more down in the chest and the lower jaw. So in order to achieve that mid-Atlantic, I'm just raising the placement up a little bit more.
And
And
also
I'm
remembering some of the vowel sounds, aren't you? And some of the
exactly.
differences. Yeah.
We can explore more in other videos too.
Sounds good. See you next time.